inventory before the city shuts down the operation. It's a Fox 4 follow-up to a story we've been following. As Fox 4's John Pepitone reports, Gardner now claims it made a mistake when it allowed the dealership to set up shop in the first place.
One day after the city council denied a special use permit for Gardner Auto Sales, there are still vehicles for sale at this business. We first showed you this unusual used car lot that shares space with a convenience store back in March. That's when the city first wanted to shut it down. Since that time, owner Tyrone Jones says business has gotten better, and he thought the city had backed off, showing a willingness to welcome his business. But he says that all changed overnight.
I couldn't get a reason why they weren't going to follow through what they've said and why they've led us on to believe that they would work with us when they had no intentions of doing that. I think that we deserve an answer on why you want to take my livelihood away.
Gardner city officials have declined our request to comment on camera about the situation, but in an email to Jones, the community development director says the city will fully enforce the restriction on used car sales 6 months from now.
They don't want one in the town because we asked if we can move to a different site if that would make it easier for them to allow us to do business. And they told us that they didn't care, they weren't going to let us move anywhere.
Jones says he's put his home in Gardner up for sale and is giving up the fight. He says he plans on moving back to the West Coast.
In Gardner, Kansas, your zoning regulation, in my opinion, on who you know and how you know them.
Jones wants to live in a small town and operate his own business there, and he says he'll be looking for a place that will treat him fairly. John Pepitone, Fox 4 News, working for you.
While it's true that Jones is the only African-American business owner in Gardner for now, he says citizens in the community have welcomed him. He believes this case is tied to city politics, not race.